Welcome back, a space where we discuss feats, scaling and cosmology. Be sure to like, share and subscribe. Today we'll discuss burden of proof and hard axiomatic truths. Has nothing to do with fallacies, it's just raw fact.
That my scans are a mistranslation. Since you didn't do that, I can dismiss this as Hitchin's razor. The fact it's never depicted on screen is explicitly why it's identified as a mistranslation. We never see Frieza transcend higher dimensional spaces. Characters like Madoka Kaname ascended to a higher layer of reality outside three-dimensional cause and effect, whereas this power for Frieza, if increasing battle power means higher dimension.
Saying it's a mistranslation just because it isn't shown ignores burden of proof, nigga. You need evidence.
Then feats don't identify as truth to your perception. The scan is perfectly translated, it's just hyperbole. No, Frieza hasn't ascended to higher layers like Madoka, but the lines of dialogue didn't change in meaning going through the language barrier. This would mean you're not looking for accuracy, you're looking for agenda, being told what you want to hear, because your definition of truth is manipulated by what's told to you, because logic dictates truthfulness and truthfulness is equal to existence. Where does it exist? Frieza see lower layered realities as fiction. True higher dimensional physiology is to see lower realities as fiction, because a square is fictional to a cube.
Fictions can often rely on statements, off-screen abilities, and lore. I'm scaling from what's actually stated. In Dragon Ball, these statements are consistent and not contradicted. Dismissing them,
He may be fast, but he's not faster than the fastest guy in the universe.
Okay, mate, we need to talk about this whole fastest in the universe thing. First off, the captain's got a higher power level than you.
Yeah, so?
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but a higher power level means he's faster, yeah?
Well, okay, maybe.
And Lord Frieza's got a higher power level than all of us.
Okay, that's just not fair.
And if you think about it, Goldo can stop time, so that technically makes him faster than—
No, okay? I am not slower than fucking Goldo!
Better calm down.
No, shut up! You shut—
Remember Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power? Jiren was stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan Blue, not because of ki or muscle. It was will. In episode 110, he was overpowering Goku's Spirit Bomb with willpower. Goku was affecting higher dimensional spaces by imposing his will. This also explains Ultra Instinct he's dodging subconsciously without thinking because he's using his will. That Goku can affect dimensional structures like the World of Void but not punch fictional transcendences.
Nigga. This doesn't debunk shit. The World of Void isn't a higher dimension, it's explicitly stated to have no space or time.
Voids with no concepts of space-time is an oversimplification. That's why honing in on that detail doesn't change the perception of your argument. In other fictional settings we've seen voids with no space-time. Mortal characters affecting it or standing in it doesn't make you true Outerversal or prove any authority. Goku is no exception.
Guide. It's literally that simple. And notice how you showed no proof it's higher dimensional. You are donkey ass.
Assertion fallacy, and it's your burden to prove that dimensions in Dragon Ball is—
Nigga, you are so cooked. Did I just catch you cherry picking? When they call it universes, it doesn't mean it's an actual universe. You're committing a name fallacy.
Then why don't you show it's more than just a universe? Those separate realms are just multiple bubble universes, multiple universal constructs, just raw undeniable facts. Unless you show me that it's a higher layer like in Madoka Magica, I'm still waiting on infinite dimensional cell feats.
We know it's not a regular universe because it literally has separate realms within them. Actually changed nothing here. All you did was just explain dimensionality, which heaven isn't bound by. I'm implying that since heaven has no concept of space and time, it's going to be qualitatively superior to all concept of dimensions, because it has none. Saying it'll be a higher dimension would be a contradiction, so therefore heaven is Outerversal.
Beerus, he can destroy you!
I've lost my head again.
Any nuisance who would dare to interfere with the delectable sensation currently in my mouth will pay the ultimate price.
Kitty cat? All you gotta do is knock her out. Nothing permanent, okay?
Hold your f—
If you've seen my older videos, Aralé's fictional transcendence is situational gag and not geometric supremacy. Her transcendence gives her no consistent authority. She does fictional transcendence out of humor and not square to cube consistent dimensional hierarchy. Arale has no dimensional perception either, seeing lower mortals as fiction. That's why she got affected by Beerus. Roger Rabbit isn't Featherine, Roger Rabbit isn't Dr. Manhattan. Goku has no true Outerversal scaling.
Because it lacks the very dimensions.
See lower spaces as fiction. He doesn't see mortals as two-dimensional surfaces, so Goku is still bound by dimensional structure.
This nigga is just repeating himself. You're going by existence, you're not debunking anything. You're so ass.
No fucking shit, Dingo. Why are you just yapping your ass off?
My nigga, those characters have higher existence and Goku has higher levels of power. This debunk is actually hurting my brain and making my food smell like sweaty fucking ball sacks. Piccolo, take over this one.
He destroyed the King Kai planet in the realm called Otherworld, which has no concept of dimensions. This means his scaling isn't contradictory because Cell can affect a planet that lacks physical dimensions. This means Cell's power isn't hyperbole. So there's your feat you wanted so badly.
In Smallville Chaos Issue 8, it's stated and shown Darkseid and Apocalypse exists in every reality. If King Kai's planet truly actually lacked physical dimensions, it wouldn't be fixed to one location in one realm. It would be omnipresent across infinite dimensions like Apocalypse. Statements that lack depiction in a vacuum is why it's hyperbole. Non-credible statements is why higher dimensional Frieza doesn't work for an argument. Where are those Cell infinite dimensional feats? So you misinterpret definitions by oversimplified half-truths. Okay, well, let's look at the definition. Higher states of existence surpassing material composition, inaccessible to any and all structure, superiority based on ontological properties. That reality fictional transcendence is the result of geometric dimensions because a square is fictional to a cube. A square is immaterial like fiction and has edges to be manipulated. A cube is a higher state of existence. The only difference is that a cube has no consciousness, no active imagination to manipulate the fiction. Goku, Otherworld and the world of Void wouldn't apply to this. He's still bound to aging and needing to sleep, and the realms he's punching are universal constructs. Is the world of Void a realm of no concepts of space-time? Yes. Is the world of Void Outerversal? No. Too simplistic. Be sure to like, share and subscribe.